Good afternoon, everyone. You see us both? Somewhat. Today we're doing, sitting in our dining room, and we're going to do a little bit of question and answering thing. Question and answering thing? Something like that, anyhow. Because there's been several questions on how we do things and why we do things, and we've never really addressed them or answered anybody, so that is what we're going to do, I guess. So the first thing is, I just answered a person on, let's see, who was it? It was John Eulig. Asked us how we do the invoicing, sending out invoice each week. Do we send out an invoice a certain time period, end of the month, or since the snow is so unpredictable, what's the best way we do that? Well, there's no clear answer on that. I'd say majority of the people are billed once a month.
There's some that pay each time that they plow, or Mark plows.
Those are the ladies that are right around 80 and they like to visit a little bit, so I don't mind taking a break and visiting with them because it breaks up my day and it also breaks up their day. So, and then there's others that we have to make sure we babysit them because they will they don't know how to manage their money, I guess is the best way to put it. So we have to kind of babysit them all the time. We're always collecting them as fast as possible, and some of them still end up not paying. So we have a couple of them that are going to be going bye-bye again for this spring.
Yep, when it's January, getting close to February, and you have customers that have not paid their lawn care bills from September and October of the previous year, those are the ones that you kind of want to separate from. You don't want to be dealing with it. It's not fair to us to have to do the job for them and then have to wait for our money. You know, we have bills to pay too, and we don't have to deal with it. There's lots of people that need our service, and those are the ones that we're going to be working with.
Okay, another thing that happened here just recently. If you remember, about 4 weeks ago, this lady quit. Or she called up and wanted me to clean up the gravel in her yard from when I plowed. Because the ground wasn't frozen yet, so I had some gravel up there. And I told her I wasn't cleaning anything up until spring. I says, we don't do any cleanups from the snow removal until spring. So she quit, got somewhere else, and her son was helping her out a little bit, and ended up getting a phone call yesterday wanting to be back on
The list.
because she's not getting the service that she was getting with us. So and we understand what's going on with that. We know what's going on, and we're always nice to these people. And I told her, yes, you are back on the list, not a problem.
But if she complains one more time, then she's off the list again.
Yes.
Because we don't have to deal with that. We don't have time to be messing around with customers that can't make up their minds what they want to do.
Wishy-washy people.
Yep.
Because we have a schedule, and it pretty much, like everybody knows, the snow removal schedule is a nightmare because everybody's got to get everything done right now. And then we also have so many senior citizens that have to get out for doctor's appointments, and we try to accommodate everybody on that by moving things around. So our schedule is very, very tight. And just trying to keep everybody happy is tough at times. But commercial lots come first. Commercial properties come first, and everybody knows that. Some people have problems with that, but there's nothing we do about it. Another thing was coming up. Vicki don't want me to show this, but I'm showing it. It's called a route sheet. I don't know if anybody's familiar with it. Actually, I was supposed to send some blanks out to some people, but I just happen to remember right now that I have to send them out. Basically
what it is, I'll explain it to you. It's got all your customers on there in the order that you do their plow. It has the amount that you pay, or that they pay you, and then there's slots in there where you write the dates in.
Yeah, and that's
And then that's how we do our billing, by the dates.
yeah, and I don't know if you can see that very well, but you can see the dates where I printed and typed up in there. But I update this after every time I plow. Vicky's going through the billing and I'm doing the updating at the same time. That way we make sure that nobody is missed. Because some people, or this last storm, some driveways got plowed twice. So that means they get billed twice. Then there's other driveways and other yards that people, I just plow their driveway unless there's a lot of snow, and then I also shovel the sidewalks because they can't do it because it's too much snow for them. So there's always a double charge, or an extra charge for doing the sidewalks. And like the dentist office doesn't have to be salted all the time, but like this past storm, I didn't have to salt it because the asphalt stayed kind of wet after I cleared it all up, and that was from the previous salting because that salt stayed because there's a lot of chloride in the salt that I use. So they didn't get salted this time, but it still got plowed twice, 2 days in a row. So they also get billed twice.
And then Mark, this last time, he did this one customer and he plowed his driveway twice in this last storm, and Mark only charged him once. And he says, you plowed me twice, but you only charged me once. And Mark said, well, that's okay, because he's just a good customer and all, and certain ones will do stuff like that for, but it's only fair if the customer wants out at 3 inches, he's gonna plow. And if we get another 4, 5, 6, maybe a foot of snow after that, they're gonna get charged twice. Yeah. It's only fair, because, you know, he's still gotta drop the plow no matter how many times he shows up there, and that's how they should be billed.
And get to that customer that I plowed twice, actually I plowed half of it one day and half the other day, because his cars were in the way. So I didn't really plow it twice, I just did half the job.
He just showed up there twice.
Right.
And then the neighbor comes along and he just, out of the generosity of his heart, he just goes over and snow blows a little bit around the house for Mark. So they kind of all work together.
Yeah, this is in our neighborhood, by the way.
Yeah,
So, and I know there's a lot more questions here. I just can't think of any. Let's see. And also, there's more questions about that back drag edge, and they want to see a little more, or people want to see a little more work with that and how it's working. So next time out, when I'm plowing, I'm going to try to get some more video, close-up video of me back dragging. So there's one business there, that glass place there, across from the Boss Snowplow dealership there, that I back drag all that front there, so I'll have to set up a camera and show you how that works. So it is working a lot better. All of this.
And then we had that 2016 silver truck that we were running last year for snow plowing.
GMC, that was a
and
nice
then
truck.
Mark got that new one this past year in 2019. I was doing some video of Mark the other day, and I never seen this happen on the silver truck on the 2016. His tires were spinning on this brand new 2019, and his old truck never did that.
Right, because the old truck had lockers. I'll put the insert that part of the video right here.
So yeah, from the two trucks, this 2019 is not like the older one is. By far.
It is a Z71 package, towing package. It sits up taller. It's got heavier springs, and it doesn't squat as much, nowhere near as what the other truck did. But this has got 3 wheel spin. There's 3 wheels spinning instead of 4. So when you got one wheel not working, it's not working for getting me out of things fast, and the truck seems to be working a little harder than it did before. And I think that's because the gearing is different, because the last truck, the silver truck, had 373 gears, and I'm thinking this had 350 something gears, I think. I could be wrong on that, but if you notice I'm coughing.
He had a procedure.
Yeah, we were at the hospital this morning because I had a scope done in my throat to expand my esophagus because I have problems with food getting stuck and drinks getting stuck. And it's supposed to help out. This is the 3rd time it's done it, and it didn't work again today. So I don't know what the next problem is or next thing we're gonna do, but so I'm gonna be coughing through this for quite a while because the anesthetic makes my sinuses run, so I just start coughing a lot.
So I think that if anybody has any questions about anything, just leave it in the comment box, and then we'll get those questions together, and then we'll answer them on another time. We'll do another answer question day.
Yeah, and we're gonna start doing more of these. Like I've been saying, the channel's gonna change a little bit. We're gonna start doing a little more back end stuff. I'm not gonna be able to show you everything because salting this. I carry a bucket. I don't even use my salt spreader anymore because I have the one parking lot needs to be salted. I go through, I don't know how much salt I can even go through there, but I just spread everything with a bucket. I have a 5-gallon bucket and I just toss it out by hand because it's just faster versus me hooking up that salt spreader, filling the thing up, driving all over the place, washing it all out. It's just a pain in the butt. So I'm not even using it. I haven't used that thing in 2 years.
Yeah,
so.
he had one account that he had to use the salt spreader on. It was a big parking lot, but we don't have that one anymore.
Yeah, so the small parking lots I got now, they're just fine. And that parking lot that Vicky's talking about,
that was a disaster.
I will never do.
Because he was plowing, say, on a Monday, and he was there at 11 p.m., and then he was plowing past midnight and would go to the next day. Well, the customer was kind of...
was mad about it because I plowed 2 different days and had 2 different dates on the plowing. And
so, yeah, so there was problems with that, running in from midnight, because I showed on the camera what time he was there.
Actually they had 3 cameras on the parking lot and they needed 4. Because I could work a half an hour without even being on camera. And I didn't find this out till the end of the season when they brought me in the office and questioned everything. Okay, one of the neighbors stopped by and paid us. He flagged me down and I plowed out his driveway for him this past storm because it was just real heavy stuff and he was sick. So it works out. You got to help people out.
It makes me wonder if he's one of our neighbors that complain a lot about our dogs.
Yeah, well.
But them neighbors, they complain about our dogs, but apparently we must not be too bad because whenever they need their lawns mowed or their driveways plowed, we come to the rescue every time.
Every single time, yes. So, and then last video I mentioned about, how things are working with the plow setup this year, and how that Toro power sweep is working, which I still can never remember the numbers or anything because it's not important to me, but I need to put them numbers up there. I guess I'll run that across up here what the model number is there, but what's making that faster is just the fact that it's light and I don't have to use ramps, because I don't have to take the ramps out, unload the snowblower, start snowblower, drive it off, and drive it back on, load the ramps up. That's just saving me a pile of time. And when there's about 3 or 4 inches of snow, that Toro will go through that snow as fast as I can go behind it. I can run behind that thing and it'll get rid of the snow just that fast. And that 2-stage snowblower, that thing is just, it's got 6 speeds and they're all slow. And nothing's ever fast enough with that thing. So that's where all that time saving is coming in. And yeah, it's using more gas because it's spinning more RPMs, but I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's lighter, it's easier, it's faster. So I think that's about all I've got for today. You got anything else, Vicki?
No. Like I said, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comment box, and we will get something together, and we will answer your questions for you.
Yes. And then since this is winter, I have been having the past 2 or 3 videos. I have a video ending with some slow motion snow plowing, which will be at the end of this video too. So I'm going to be trying some different endings through this next year and everything. And then once it gets warm out, I keep saying once it gets warm out, 60 more days. Just 60 more days, or 58 more days.
Yeah, we think it might be. We'll
That's
see.
the first day of spring, and we're hoping, or hoping it's going to get here and just stay warm for us this year, because I have a lot of large plans, and we're going to be busy people, but we're going to be busy people trying to enjoy yourselves. Try not to walk. And yes, I'm talking walk. Try not to work. I'm saying it again because, like I said, I'm trying to get it in here. Trying to get it in here that we got to slow down and start enjoying ourselves.
Yeah, because this winter, like this next week, it's going to be in the 30s, 35 to 40 degrees. Last year at this time, we were in the polar vortex, where it was below zero.
Yes.
So yeah, this is nice this winter.
So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you for watching and subscribing. Please leave a comment, subscribe, like, click the notification bell to be notified when the next video is released.
And we will see you at the next video. Peace.